and we've made some recommendations. And these recommendations are also have taken into account the conversation we've had and the confirmation by both sides that you all desire to get business going in the County Assembly of Machakos. So first, on the suspension of the Assembly and the alteration of the calendar of the Assembly, the committee observes that the suspension of the County Assembly plenary sittings amounted to an alteration of the Assembly calendar, contrary to the provisions of Standing Order 25 of the Machakos County Assembly Standing Orders, which requires the resolution of the Assembly. The committee further observes that the House Business Committee meeting, which schedules business for consideration by the Assembly, was disrupted due to chaos that erupted in the meeting and led to heightened insecurity of the person of the Speaker, the members of the County Assembly, and the staff of the County Assembly, and formed the basis for the indefinite suspension of the Assembly by the Speaker. This was as a result of culminating long-standing issues between the Speaker and members of the County Assembly. Therefore, the committee resolves that now that the challenges of insecurity are stated to have been addressed, the Assembly should resume its sittings in accordance with their approved calendar and standing orders. The alteration of the calendar of the Assembly should be done in accordance with the relevant provisions of the standing orders of the County Assembly. Now that the Speaker and the leaders have assured the committee that security has been restored at all County Assembly, at the County Assembly of Machakos, the committee directs that the County Assembly convenes a special sitting within the next 7 days to consider a motion to alter their calendar to resume plenary sittings to recover lost time. On the issue of the legislative business of the Assembly, the committee notes that the following key legislative business was affected by the suspension, particularly the supplementary budget estimates for the County Government of Machakos for the financial year 2024-2025, the budget estimates for the County Government of Machakos for financial year 2025-2026, the Machakos County Valuation Roll. The consideration of the above legislative business are subject to strict statutory timelines. Section 131 of the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412A, requires that the County Assembly to consider and approve the budget estimates with or without amendments in time for the enactment of the appropriation bill and related laws by 30th June each year. Additionally, Section 34(7) and 8 of the National Ratings Act, Cap 267, requires the County Assembly to approve or reject the draft valuation roll within 60 days of its submission, failing which the roll is deemed approved. The committee notes that the consideration of Machakos County Valuation Roll was submitted to the County Assembly on 6th April 2025. As such, the 60 days are set to lapse on 6th June. Further, it was submitted that to date, the budget estimates for the County Government of Machakos for the financial year 2025-2026 had not been tabled before the Assembly and as such had not been committed to the relevant sectoral committees for consideration and neither public participation being conducted. Noting that the County Assembly of Machakos is currently on recess, this committee recommends that the County Assembly convene immediately in accordance with the standing orders relating to the convening of special sittings to consider pending legislative business to avoid further delays. On the matters of physical confrontations by members of the County Assembly, the committee notes with great concern the physical confrontation among members of the County Assembly and strongly condemns such actions. The committee resolves that the honorable members of the County Assembly should operate within the law and never resort to physical confrontation, as such action is contrary to Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity of elected leaders. On the issue of release of funds to the County Assembly, the committee notes that the CEC Finance has withheld funds of the County Assembly, citing an irregular composition of the County Assembly Service Board. The committee notes that withholding of funds is unjustified and unfounded in law. Therefore, the CECM Finance should release funds to the County Assembly forthwith. Further, the committee notes that the County Assembly Service Board has no mandate to determine the calendar of the Assembly or
thank you. Thank you for your patience. I think that shows how serious you are, that you want us to solve these problems. But it's not only us who can solve it. We can do it together. With the goodwill, I think Machakos Assembly will resume as soon as possible. And I will request, this is out of my own conviction, that the House leadership and the Speaker please meet again and have a dialogue on how best we can drive this House to the end, up to the end of the 2 years remaining now. Two, the committee has planned that immediately resume, we'll again make a follow-up and meet you there in your own assembly. We meet there again to see how we are operating. If there are any small teething problems that we can be able to discuss and solve it. And we will also call the executive, the governor and the CEC for finance. The CEC doesn't have any mandatory to withhold people's money. I mean, the people are not being paid, members have not been paid. I know, as members, it's you who make the budget, it is you who appropriate the budgets. Yes. So as CEC cannot withhold your money. Yes. So it's just because now we are divided, people are taking advantage of this issue. Yes. So it's the high time to unite for your own interest. So I think after that, I think I will request members, please. I think all of us are elected, and tomorrow you'll be judged by whatever you have delivered and how you behaved as a leader. You know, you have to, many people look at you, but they want to learn from you. The county wants to see that the county has been delivered all what they have planned and what they expected. The people that elected you are expecting a lot of things from you. So, and the short time remaining now is a time to deliver. So I want everybody to think back and to think about how best we can be able to give the people of Machakos what they want to learn. And the little money you have, the budget you have in the county shall be used prudently, and it's only through your oversight that the county can deliver. But if you are divided, then the executive will take advantage out of you. So I will plead with you, please come together for the interest of the larger people of Machakos. With those few remarks, I want to again invite you for lunch, as we go together for lunch.
I'm grateful that the committee has made those recommendations. We pray that we say that we are going to implement them, and I request that if we could be supplied with the recommendations.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you and the Senate Committee on Devolution, and also thank our Senator for realizing that maybe we are not doing very well and seeking to understand the underlying issues. I hope our deliberations, I hope what we have told you will assist you make the recommendation, have assisted you in making the recommendation, and further that you are going to continue investigating the underlying issues. Me, as a majority leader, I am open for dialogue, but unconditional dialogue. I don't want to go in dialogues where I'm told until you do this, that is when we can speak. And again, we're in leadership because these honorable members elected us. So, and I think it's in order for them, to respect the leadership they put and their internal mechanism, if they find we are not doing well, to remove us from office. Thank you again for inviting us, and I hope, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity. We had a very good discussion, and I'm 100% sure we are not going home empty. At least we have tried to start the journey. A long journey starts with a single step, and I'm very sure we are now heading in the right direction. Mr. Chair, you have assisted the Assembly to continue discharging its mandate, and again, you have also ensured that the residents of Machakos enjoy the right of representation, because it is their constitutional right to be represented. So I want to say thank you very much, and we are not going to have all hard lines. We are going to see the way forward, everybody, because we have a very little time left. In fact, it's 2 years to the election, and everyone will be required to give an account of what he or she did. Yes, 2 years. So we promise to implement the resolution you have made, and I hope all is going to be well. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
I think you understand the historical role you play. You are most probably the first woman to become the Speaker of Machakos County. The standard of you is expected to be much higher, because women are treated as if they will not perform. Please do your job with excellence. Make sure you are the mother in the house and allow these individuals to vent. Govern your county so that we don't have to come to Machakos to discuss why you are not governing. Thank you so much, all of you.
I thank the County Assembly of Machakos for coming and deliberating openly. And I'm just praying and asking you, with all humility, you go and serve the people of Machakos who elected you. You are leaders, and if you cannot agree as leaders, then what will happen to the electorate who elected you and put you in those offices? Kindly go and deliver services to the people of Machakos. And let Machakos be a role model to the other assemblies. We've heard that there is an assembly that Onyonga told us that one meets in the bar and the other one meets at bus park. But we cannot allow this to continue. I mean, if I was the senator from that assembly, I would dissolve that assembly and recall, for elections. Senator has the power. But I don't know, are you the senator there? I think we should talk to the senator there to do something about that. Thank you very much for coming. Na tuende tu tukule lunch, tafadhali musiache.
Thank you so much. I think Senator